So we start off by talking about the metes and bounds system. At the bottom of 151 in the manual and at the bottom of 86 in the yellow book, you'll see the term bolded, point of beginning, POB. Every metes and bounds legal description has a POB, point of beginning. The idea behind this is that you'll have, again, a surveyor or an engineer, somebody that is trained in this. They will look for something called a monument. A monument is a place in the earth that has been affixed such that people that know how to do this know where to look for it. There are maps of these things that are available in public records. If anybody's ever walked their dog or just walked through a subdivision and you've walked through, usually it's in the middle of the street, you'll see a little metal pin, about a half inch or about the size of a $50, little metal, looks like a nail, that's in the middle of the street. And you're like, what the heck is that? There's people putting nails in the middle of the street. Those are monuments that they used when they developed that community. They set those in place, created a map of where those are, and engineers and surveyors use those with the map to know that here is this place on the earth. Here's the latitude and longitude using GPS. I know where that is. So they're going to start off with a place that is known to them, that has been mapped out. And there's all different kinds of monuments. That's one example. At our old school, we used to have one right outside the door. It's a concrete pylon that was about maybe 8-9 inches tall, something like that. Had some Roman numerals on the outside of it. Looked like the Washington Monument, just a very shorter version of it that was just sticking out of the ground. And that monument was there, and again, it was put into place that anybody that wanted to know where property was around there, they could start there. So we have that starting point. So let's say that the monument is right here, and we know where that is. But we're trying to find a property that's over here. So what they're going to do is that using, again, GPS equipment, transits, and all that, they're going to figure out that when this lot was developed, that it has that POB, that point of beginning. So we'll use this monument to figure out that here is another spot on the earth that is relative to this property. So this monument can be used for a lot of properties. This monument can be used to find several points of beginning. But we're using it to find this one because we're interested in this property. And I know that this point of beginning is 100 feet or whatever the distance is. And we can find that. So this is our POB, point of beginning. From there, metes and bounds deals with both direction and distance and also compass directions, angles and all that. So we're going to say that from this point of beginning, we're going to go 50, wow, that's not a 50. 50 feet east to another point. So from this point to this point, we went 50 foot east. From there, we also know that the lot is, let's say, 125 foot deep, so we're going to go from this point to another point 125 feet north. So we go from this point that we established set next to north to 125 feet north of that. Then we're going to come back west another 50 feet to another point. And then we're going to finish this by going 125 feet south back to the point of beginning. So all metes and bounds will have that POB, and whatever direction it takes you, however far, whatever the angles, whatever, it always has to end up back at the point of beginning to complete an enclosed space on the earth. Sometimes I've seen, I think the book even describes it, is that this point is also called the POE, which is the point of ending. So the point of beginning and the point of ending are the same space, the same dot. That I'm starting here, I'm working my way around, and I'm ending back at the spot that I started. So here we have drawn the dimensions of this lot. We figure out, okay, here's that space on the earth. And everything that's inside of here will likely transfer with that property. So, you know, it shows the driveways, it shows the easements, it'll show the creeks and the ponds and all the stuff, whatever there is out there.